Good evening, welcome to Tuesday night stream here at the Broadcasting Lounge, bringing to you another awesome race by SuperCars NZ. It's Tuesday night, it's the SimLabs V8s, Gen 3s, and we're coming to you from Donnington Park. In the Broadcasting Lounge this evening, we've got Doug, myself, and Corey Kitchen. How are we, Corey?
I'm good, Dougie. I'm good. Just live out into YouTube land tonight. I have put a post on the Facebook page, so hopefully people will pick up on that. And doesn't round 5 come around fast? Every Tuesday rolls around pretty fast when you're getting old as well. But this week, we're doing it for the Anzacs.
We are. We've got some awesome bits and pieces coming through with that, and here's a little bit of information around that in case you missed it during the start of the stream. So from this week, kicked off yesterday through till Saturday, SuperCars NZ Anzac Week, doing our bit to remember the Anzacs. We've asked our drivers last week and reminding them all through this week as well, run your Anzac paint in either of the SuperCars NZ main events on the Tuesday V8s tonight or the Thursday GTEs, and that is also including Piston Cup on Friday, which is Anzac Day, and you'll have your chance to score some awesome prizes.
Yeah, the race week sponsors jumped on board with that as well, and we've got a cool button box to give away with that package as well. We've got some SuperCars NZ cash, and some of that cash will go to your nominated RSA, we decided as well. But yeah, we'll get a screenshot of the Anzac liveries throughout the evening, and we'll have a post up on Facebook. It'll start going up this week, and we'll add to it, obviously, with GTE and Piston Cup on Friday as well, being Anzac Day.
Yep. And we've already got quite a few cool Anzac liveried vehicles out there, and I know you've been across the way with the Div 2 boys getting some shots of their cars, so check out the ones that you see on screen tonight and bank them away so you can vote for your favourite. The lights going out and racing here tonight. Leo Duncan leading the field, and Leo Henning has had an awesome jump for the start of this race. Darren Lobb diving in there pretty quickly as well. A bit of a pile up there at the back involving Daniel Heddershaw and Michael Dell as well. Pretty tight throughout the rest of the field, but Leo Henning making an early jump and stretching out to 0.7 of a lead at the moment.
We've got a safety car out on track. Safety car is out on track. So there was obviously a little incident there at the start. Chris Supposich has dropped back. So yeah, something's happened there. So Aaron Goodrick in the Allport safety truck is out there ready to rock.
So Daniel Heddershaw fully floored. Oh, just tripped over the nose of, I'm assuming, one of the PSR boys. It's a bit hard to see who that might have been. Chris Supposich had jumped into the pit lane.
Yeah, looks like just Chris Supposich coming down the lane. Yeah.
There's Aaron Goodrick, our safety truck driver tonight, coming out of pit lane. So let's have another wee bit of a look back there, Daniel Heddershaw, and see if we can work out who he might have been around. The 107. 107 was Nathan Cadman? No. I've got bad eyesight here.
Pit lane is fairly busy. A few cars coming in to get repairs, obviously, from that. couple of Leos sitting at the front, Leo Henning and Leo Duncan.
So Matt Pluck gone in, but his car didn't come out looking repaired.
Oh,
And I don't know if he actually stopped. He's got no pit time stop there, so maybe he just
he
had
missed his pit lane.
He might have already had a drive-through penalty.
Yeah, everybody getting in behind the Allport safety truck.
Here's see if we can see why Plucky got the damage. Oh, okay, yep. See how that happened?
Yeah, that resembled a kangaroo running across the track, didn't it?
It did. Michael Dow with an interesting message on the back of his car. Hotter you are,
Bring the slap,
faster I get there. Daniel Heddershot, he'd been through. Chris Upsich, he's motoring around the track at the moment. I think he might be wanting to try and either catch back up onto the field. That doesn't actually show where he is. That one does. Just coming up round the back. But on Leo Henning. Restart underway. Covering off Leo Duncan. Darren Lobb the draw up alongside him and moving straight up into second place.
Yeah, leave the door open and Lobby definitely will waltz on through.
He certainly hasn't been able to shake loose though. He's got Leo Duncan pretty much glued to that rear bumper. Nice restart by all the cars that I can see.
Yeah, looks like everybody's got away really well. Look, Scott McKenzie, he's up 10 spots into 8-8, so must have passed a few of us guys that didn't start the race.
Everyone actually moving away very cleanly, which is nice to see.
Yeah, just looking through there, and a few guys have made up a few positions. So there's Derek Lovegrove up 7 spots. And you've got a few cars up 4 spots. Tony Lynch, Stefan Adams, Jason Cossey, Billy Rowley. Connor Gibson up 3. Again, so there is a few guys that are lost out. Obviously, for Subsitch, he's down 12 spots. But he's still out there giving it a nudge for the Anzacs. Oh, we've got Matthew Clark going around Clark corner. Looks like somebody regressing as they're going there. Matt's told him to carry on.
Must have been Daniel Heddershot. This is just back a wee bit from that, but that's coming up into the final corner here, so we might be able to see what's happened. Unfortunate and very unlucky.
Yeah, sportsmanship there from Dan. Feeling like it was his fault, slowed up, but lucky just saying carry on.
Stonesy up 2 at the moment, sitting in 5th spot and being cheered on by Mr. Scott Pickering.
Oh, down Giraffe in the comments too. Get him, boys.
Yep.
Where are you, mate? With Stefan out there fending for himself.
That's not the one I wanted to do.
Because Racecraft's our weekly sponsor, Chris and the team. Thank you very much to them. They've given us that awesome button box to add to the Anzac Week party. But there, the button box is 8 times metal momentary LED buttons, 2 times toggle switches. Looks pretty cool. Lights up, so that should be pretty cool. But Racecraft's custom made sim racing bits, but you know, for mods, so you can get like a little kit that'll turn your Logitech 6-speed shifter into a sequential, just little cool knick-knacky stuff like that. And RC cars that work, so you get across to racecrafts.co.nz and check out the range.
Awesome. There's one of those cool liveries that we were just talking about before. Team's Misfits done a good job of updating theirs to reflect. I think Stefan Adams' one hasn't loaded on for me either that I can see. But I know he has got a special one on there.
So drive-through penalty for car 101. So Chris was involved in an incident at the start, but the drive-throughs for towing. So of course, under the SuperCars NZ rules, you have to request a tow after an incident.
Yes.
And he's been given a drive-through. So the unlucky night, it's a little bit worse for him.
It's a bit of a shame, but we do have those rules in place. Cheers, Scott. I only just read the first line and I was wondering what he might have been getting at personally for a second.
Oh, I can't read it.
Scott Pickering has 2 knob sound amps for bass shakers for sale. Each are 50 watt by 2. They're $30 each plus shipping.
Oh, go put it on Trade Me, mate. No sale here.
Marketplace is
racing.
your friend.
Leo Henning, he's got himself out a 1.3 second lead now over Darren Lobb, who's still in that battle with Leo Duncan. We've seen them battling through the last couple of seasons. Them two.
Yeah, they seem to keep themselves pretty well stuck together. We just don't just hope that they're not limiting themselves on being able to catch the guy in P1 because they're defending or challenging each other too much, that they're not able to rein back in spot number 1. Nice wee short shift to keep things balanced going through the chicane there. Nice closing there.
That chicane, it's one of those chicanes where you get it right, you're happy as. But a slight mistake, you get the slow down there as well, or It
is even possible to get it that wrong that you lose control of your car. Lap 8 of 28 here tonight with the Div 1 SimLab Gen 3s. just riding on top of the roof of Leo Duncan here, who's keeping pretty well measured there for space and distance to Darren Lobb ahead, and they haven't lost out on too much ground from Leo Duncan, who's ahead of them. Leo might be in a good position, be able to save a little bit of gas at some points. Might be able to help get a jump in pit lane.
Speaking of gas, I just checked it out where I went to jump in the car, which didn't help because I realised I was in the safety truck. So I don't even know how much fuel they've got on board, but I'm sure it's not enough. They're going to have to stop, get some fuel. So planning that, saving fuel, getting as many laps out of what you've got as you can, that is something that Darren is very good at. He'll always go long. We know that. Long lap lobby.
Long lap lobby, 100%.
Battle here going on a little bit further down the pack. Stefan Adams in a bit of a battle here with Nathan Cadman.
Really putting the pressure on with the downshifts there.
Yeah, well, Stefan Adams has got a rampant Scott McKenzie and behind him up 11 spots into P17. So getting his way around Nathan Cadman here might do him a favour. Get a little bit ahead.
Such a fast flowing track, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Quite like for Stefan McCartan too. He's down 2 spots into P6. Sporting a jigsaw paint tonight, just so he can get into the Anzac draw.
I was going to say, he does look good in the jigsaw colours. Oh, Stefan, just asking the car just that half second too soon and causing the rear end to get unstable. Pull it in tight, get the run.
Yeah, I've seen some cool paints. The Team West boys have got paints on. None of them are in here. They're in Div 2, unfortunately for them. But got a couple of screenshots of their cars earlier on. They're looking pretty awesome. And the Misfits boys have done a great job too.
Yeah.
And Passion Sim Racing, of course. A few of their guys sporting a pretty cool little livery there with some poppies on the back and a few other little things.
Yeah, they've also got a nice wee Anzac badge on the bonnet bulge there too. I wonder if I can get that from this view. Wee harbour, you can see there's a wee fern one there, and it must be the Australian version of the number there. Might see if we can throw the old GoPro stick out the front of the car and give you the looky coming back. There we go. Doesn't that look nice?
It does, yeah.
Just awesome to see people getting in behind. Anzac Week. Supporting the boys from all the years ago. They would have been going through some pretty hectic times. And we were bloody lucky to have our extended brothers and sisters from across the ditch alongside us. And I'm sure they felt much the same about us.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of the
That's exactly why they were looking at us.
yeah, Kiwis will save the day.
Change of position for out the front.
Well, maybe a mistake or something there from Leo Henning.
Let's have a
Darren
look.
Lobb has jumped on it.
Yeah, so this is on lap 11. Darren Lobb passing for the lead. He'd certainly we've got no data on Leo making any mistakes, but that gap certainly closed off.
Yeah, maybe a slowdown. Could have been a slowdown maybe through that
Yeah,
chicane. It was
possibly.
talked about. These things open up a wee bit of a gap going on there now too.
Yeah, interestingly, I was going to say it's now sort of the tables have turned of what they were from before. Leo Duncan is now eyeballing the back of Leo Duncan's car, and the gap just ahead is just extending that little bit further each time. Darren, just a second gap now over them.
Just over 15 seconds separating first to 15th at the moment.
It's amazing how
This
tight it
morning.
can stay.
Wake up, Doug, wake up.
I'm still awake. But yes, it's been a
I
day.
believe you have fallen asleep on stream before.
Oh, multiple times. Nice big battle taking place here between Jono Gibson and Peter Vanderberg. Good to see those boys have got the elbows out and having some good fun racing. That moves Peter Vanderberg up into spot number 10.
A message from race control through. Race control noted lap 3 last corner car 515 and 35. That's the Plucky header shot incident. Plucky again just said, you know, leave it at that, and race control are just leaving it there. So that one there is sorted out.
Cool. Yeah, it was a bit of an unfortunate one. It sort of looked like Matt had just lost a wee bit of traction coming around through the corner, and that caused a wee slip in him moving forward, which unfortunately allowed, I forget who it was that made the contact with him,
Hedeshide,
yeah, just to make that contact.
A few cars down the lane now, so Leo Henning out of second place, and Jared Stone, he was in about 5th. He's come in, and then a few of the mid-runners, Dane Aldworth, Nathan Cadman, Jason Cossey, all down the lane as well. Get that pit stop out of the way. Trent Bennett and Michael Dowell have all both been down the lane. Stonesy gets the jump.
Yeah. And not only a jump, he's getting the shove along too.
Oh.
No room on the grass for you there, Leo. Might have to take a second, take a breather and recompose.
Yeah, get that outlap out of the way. There's no point in pushing too hard with cold tyres on, especially with these things. They don't have traction on the best of times.
No. And interestingly, just looking at the timings there, so Leo's stop was 19 seconds versus Jared's 16. Not quite towards the halfway marker, so I wonder if the guys were actually running low on that. Sorry, were running that low on gas that they were needing to come in now. That may warrant needing to do a second stop because they already had those that lap behind the safety car.
Yeah, that's right. You're asking questions of me that I have no idea the answer to. Leo Duncan and Michael Gunstone both down the lane there as well. Oh, so I see. So Scott Bennett and Trent Bennett and Michael Dowell may have started out of pit lane. Would have been? Oh, they must have got caught up in that incident at the start. They've both been through the lane, but lap 1.
Yes.
So the first of our cars that have made a stop is Leo Duncan currently. And this little battle here going on here between Stonesy and Leo Henning is going to be in Leo Duncan's favour. If these two aren't catching him, he's going to open up a little bit of a gap. That might help him out for the second half of this race. On the roof here, looking forward at Stonesy. Just try not to make any mistakes, Stonesy.
Quite interesting. You tune in and listen to how the car is behaving and how they're driving these cars out of the corner. So quite a big delay before really sort of easing on the gas and before even really sort of leaning on it too much before going back to full throttle. So it's quite a timely process, and I think that's why I always struggled to drive them too much, because I sort of, once I saw corner exit, I was pushing the foot right back through the floor again, which probably caused unnecessary amounts of tyre chatter and walking and noises and all the bits and pieces it didn't need to do. Or either that or it was just singing a great song and going around in circles.
We've had a few cars go through the lane now. This order has been shaken up quite a bit. But it looks like we've only got 7 cars yet to make a stop, plus 2, I believe. Denim Heddershine as well needs to come down the lane, I think. So we're just seeing whatever happened there. I was looking at the timing screen, but heard call through to race control.
There's a bit of an interesting. It was it drew up alongside. Oh, I'll bring it back for you. I think this is the start of it here. I'll just say, so it's an interesting one. There was overlap from going into the corner, but then has Leo allowed enough racing room coming through there to consider him not having forced Jared off the track? That's.
I'll tell you what, I like that I don't have to answer that.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to make those decisions, but I'm sure somebody sitting up in the big room with the headset on will make a call.
Was that a question that might have been asked, was it?
Oh, there was a call to race control, so I guess race control will look at it and see Russell Pepperell coming in the lane.
Yeah.
He was running in third.
And one of the only 5 cars left.
Yeah, Stefan McCartan has moved his way up into second, but yet to stop.
Lobby's
doing... Jigsaw McCartan.
Yeah, and Lobby's still going long.
He is, he's going to run that tank right down to the oily rag.
Billy Rally.
Wonder what sim Billy's on at the moment. He works for Hoss, so he's got a few at his disposal, and was telling me depends if he's at work or if he's at home. But if he's at work, he definitely will be jumping on the motion sim to do this, I hope.
Yeah. Whatever platform he's running on, maybe he should let people know, because he's up currently 13 spots.
Yeah, yet to make a pit stop. Top 4 yet to come down the lane, so we'll see them drop a little bit. So Leo Duncan's the first of our cars to stop. Russell Pepperell, he's managed to jump in front of Leo Henning. I guess that could be due to the little battle there with Stonesy. Daniel Hedershide, he's currently sitting at 10th. He'll have to come down the lane.
Just having a look through who's sort of close as far as things are going, and Peter Vanderberg closing in on Dane Odith here. That's position 13 and 12.
Yeah, we can say an adopted Kiwi versus an Australian.
Yep.
So no further action to that incident called in between 15 and 43.
Thanks for the update there, Corey.
Looks like Stefan Adams has lost his packets. He has currently parked it up, whether he'll come back in or not.
That's a bit of an unlucky one. There's Billy.
Shows how tight this field is. He's come out. He's going to be a Michael Dell there just behind him, and that's P18 and P19. So he came in out of P3, 4, 5, 4, 5 or something.
Yep.
So still the field, I did say before earlier on, there was 15 seconds from first down to 15th. That's popped out to 25 seconds now. So it's still pretty close. That's, you know, quarter of the straight. Just over, under.
Just over, I think. Here we go. So there's a couple of cars we were waiting to keep an eye on. Darren Lobb, Michael Jones. There's Leo Duncan.
He's got to get it done on Lobby. The undercut does its job at Donnington Park. So that's a good pit stop strategy for Leo Duncan coming in lap 13. So of course Lobby though, he's going to have fresher tyres for these last 10 laps of this race. So look for him to close that almost 3-second gap down fairly quickly, I'd say.
So we will see him doing a thing soon. Oh. No?
It looks like Stefan McCartan's managed to jump Leo Henning as well, so he's in P5. Stefan McCartan, Russell Pepperell, Leo Duncan, where they started the race, along with Roger Forbert, Michael Jones. That's P8 and P9 as well. Replay here, Michael Dell and Billy Rowley there just getting a little loose. A little bit too much go-go juice coming out of the hairpin.
Yeah, he came up with some Billy Rowley crash data, and I thought, oh, that's a bit of a shame. Well, not a shame that we didn't get to see it happen live, but a shame for him, and we had just been following him just before that took place, so.
So Trent Bennett just disappearing on us there.
Yeah.
Houdini. Maybe we should add to Houdini Trent Bennett. He's got Scott McKenzie there in behind him. And Cadman just a little bit further off in the distance. Here we are up in Steve's chopper. Great steady shots from Steve's chopper crew.
It is looking fantastic.
Oh, you got Stefan McCartan right up on Russell Pepperell now.
Yep.
Cool logo on the front of that car too, Doug.
There is a very cool one.
A bit squirmy there for Russell. He's going to have the inside coming up here to this right-hander. Stefan's going to get a good run out. So yeah, championship leader at the moment is Stefan McCartan too on 343 points.
Oh,
And Darren Lobb sitting in second on 321. And then it's a big gap back to Russell Pepperell on 286. Leo Duncan on 279. And then fairly close, Daniel Heddershide, Matthew Pluck, Peter Vandenberg, Michael Gunstone, Roger Forbert, and Jared Ecclestone rounding out your top 10.
it's very close. Bit of sport being played at the minute, isn't it?
So Stefan moves up into P3 now onto the podium. He's going to try and cut into that almost 4-second gap. Yeah, Michael Dow trying to put the move on Jason Cossey. Or did Jason Cossey go around Michael Dow?
I love how, looking at the up and downs there, apart from the two odd ones out of Trent and Scott both being up 14 spots, not really much else in the way of moving amongst my drivers. It's up ones, down ones, and a couple of -3s and +4s, but nothing like with the normal big spread where you sort of have a few from the mid pack that have all sort of moved up and they're sort of 8 and 9s, and then the rest are all opposites. It's amazing how close the racing Keat has been playing out for drivers not to have lost or gained too many positions.
Stonesy closing in on the back of Leo Henning here. Getting inside the Magen Turbo Camaro. No great white shark in here tonight.
No. But this is a very nice livery that Jared is running on his car.
Yeah, resembles, doesn't it? Lots of lobbies got around Leo Duncan too. We've missed that one. He's already opened up a almost 4-second gap as well, so absolutely flying. Left him a bit of racing room there.
Yeah, very nice bit of...
Yeah, Lobby's last lap, a 1:31.40. Leo Duncan, 1:33.11. So, be a bit quicker. Stephen McCartan, 1:31.76 last time by as well. So he is cracking along quite well and eating into that gap.
Leo not being able to shake much away from the time margin that he's been running there before. Still got Jared Ecclestone very, very close behind him.
Yeah, Jono Gibson, he was fairly close to Dane Northworth briefly, but he's just backed away to about a second. Stefan McCartan, he has eaten that gap. Leo Duncan, it was over 2 seconds a matter of a lap ago. It's now down to 1.5 seconds, and he'll be playing games in the rear vision mirror, I would say.
Yep.
It's a massive thank you to our race week sponsor, Racecrafts. You can get custom made sim racing mods and sim products. So They got a lot of stuff. You can buy steering wheels for various rigs. You can get yourself button boxes, RC cars. You got wheelbase mods, button boxes, controllers, pedal mods, shifters, handbrake mods, peripherals, heaps of awesome stuff. Some Thrustmaster stuff, and Logitech stuff, Camus. Yeah, it's a weird one. And yeah, so that's racecrafts.co.nz, and yeah, go and check out their range. Strangely, just waiting for a mistake from Leo Henning here, and he's just trying to play it as clean as he can. Getting down the laps with 2 to go, 3 to go.
It's amazing seeing these V8s carve up a iconic British track at Donnington circuit here.
Yeah, it was one of my favourites back in the day on Toka touring cars.
Yep.
Yeah, and then V8 Supercar game when that came out. That was awesome. Got all the Australian tracks.
Sorry.
Yep,
Well,
left the building.
Okay. No, I must have just accidentally clicked on that one. There we go. Nearly 40 minutes of racing has gone by, and 3 laps of racing will be written off very, very shortly. It's been an exciting race here.
Yeah, of course, the Anzac week continues into Road Atlanta for GTE on Thursday, so make sure you catch me and Shano out there for that one, and there'll be some more Anzac liveries spread around. And then Friday night, Anzac Day, will be Piston Cup, so there will be something spread around for everybody to get some joy, and we'll make sure we get some screenshots if you've got one for the Piston Cup and GTE
Nice.
on Thursday.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. These guys have just been at it all race.
Yeah, he's just keeping in the rear, but hasn't yet found a way past. It's caused these guys to lose ground from the top 4, though. They're at 7.5 seconds, almost 8 seconds back from Russell Pepperell now. Yeah, it's still anybody's race from second, third, and fourth, isn't it? 1.3 seconds splitting those 3.
That's crazy. It's awesome to see how this battle is still playing out after all these laps.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for a black flag to come out through that chicane. One of them just trying to get a little bit more speed through it and taking it more than they should. Actually, low incident count here. The highest is 11
Wow.
for the day.
Oh.
That was what happened with Michael Dell. He's dropped down a couple of spots. Ooh. So just had a call through from race control. A redress has been called for that pass we just seen, 43 and 15.
Okay.
And that could play into Michael Gunstone's hands.
Yeah.
Make up a couple of spots here, because Stonesy's going to have to let him go. And then, yeah, you run the risk of that car that's gonna... Roger Fulbert is going to stay right in behind Leo Henning as well and try and get a pass. It's a final lap now, Darren Lobb.
Yeah.
Just out to almost a 6-second lead over Leo Duncan. He's going to bring in this home with a little touch wood.
Consistency is key, and I think that's what we've seen here tonight.
Yeah, that's just trying to keep it consistent and getting a flow. Oh, back marker there. Tony Lynch, was it going around?
Couple more corners. Leo just
Okay, so
rolling.
yeah, another call from race controls just come over and told Stonesy to carry on because Leo Henning is slowed down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wonder if he's running low on gas.
Yeah, he doesn't have a flag, no meatball flag or anything like that. I think he's, yeah, it might be some sort of tactic for that redress that's backfired here, maybe.
There it is. Darren Lobb up 4 spots, coming across the line to win tonight's race here at Donnington for round 5 of the Sin Labs V8s. Leo Duncan, he's already done his dash, he's out, finishing there in 2nd spot. Stephen McCartan up 1 to finish in 3rd, that's a great result for him. Russell Pepperell just down 1 to finish 4th. Unlucky, just off the podium. Gunstone over Forbert. Then we've got Ecclestone there finishing in 7th. Jones, Vanderberg and Nordirth round out our 10, and well done to Dane, started 10th, finished 10th for speedy drivers. Johnny Gibson, Trent Bennett, Scott McKenzie, Nathan Cadman, another one who started where he finished. Jason Cozzy there, up 3, finishing 15th. Billy Rowley, spot 16 goes to him. Michael Dowell, a bit further down from where I thought he might have been. Daniel Heddershide didn't have a great run tonight. Also Matt Pluck there. Derek Lovegrove and Chris Zapasich. Leo Henning falling well out of the order of things there. And finishing in 22nd spot. What a great night of racing, eh?
Yeah, she's the first one of the week is all done. And yeah, congratulations to the podium. Can't complain. Thursday's done.
There we go. And a big
Tuesday, sorry.
Yeah, Tuesday. And a very special thank you to Racecrafts NZ for being this week's race sponsor and putting up that awesome prize for Anzac of that LED button box. Thank you very much. Make sure you keep checking in on our page as we get the photos up of the boys who have run the special livery for Anzac this week. And will that be voted on throughout the week up till, is it Sunday?
So we'll probably put the pictures up after Piston Cup. We'll probably Saturday. I'll probably
Yep.
compile what I've got and
Cool.
put them up. And then throughout next week we'll have some voting and we'll announce it on Thursday. We'll announce the winner.
Nice.
Or maybe Tuesday. Well, it depends how long we let it go. Saturday through to Tuesday probably would be fine for voting, I'd say. And
Yep.
we'll have a screenshot of your car. If we don't have your car, please send me a message in Discord with a side-on shot of it.
Yeah.
If I don't have it, but I'm going to have to replay for Div 2. I'm going to go back and check, make sure I've got everything. So do leave them on for a couple of days so I can get the screenshots for the V8s and definitely get amongst it for GTE on Thursday. Road Atlanta, that'll be a lot of fun. Always a great track to go to and a favourite among SuperCars NZ drivers. But looking forward to week 6, round 6. We head to Barber Motorsport Park for the full course in the V8s next week. And then we head to Algarve International Circuit, GP Circuit, for round 6 of the GTS. So
We got some
that's
good
looking forward to
tracks.
next week. Yeah, no, especially the GTEs. There's some fantastic tracks in the GTEs again.
Fantastic.
And even the V8 one. There's some great ones to come. Motorsport coming up as well.
Oh.
That's week 8. That should be a lot of fun. And don't forget, Interlagos week 10 will be the MRX Enduro. So make sure if you can't make the Monday night, you do let us know. There has been a post put into the Discord and on the community page from Nick from MRX for that. So that's
we'll
another one to start prepping for.
We'll be doing the top 10 shootout again for that Monday night, won't we?
Yes, yeah. So there'll be qualifying and top 10 shootout Monday night live on the Broadcasting Lounge, and then we'll be live for a little warm up and then into the race on Tuesday at Interlagos. So that should be awesome. That's looking forward to week 10. So that's still a wee way away. We've still got Barber, Winton, Mosport and Daytona to go before we get there.
That won't take long at all before that that all pops up. The weeks roll on by very, very quickly, and as we see the end of round 5 for tonight for the SimLab Gen 3 V8, so Div 1. And there's just one last quick look there at that post for the Anzac week. But thanks very much for tuning in and listening to us yabber on about some racing tonight. Thank you, Corey, for putting up with me falling asleep intermittently during the stream. Gotta love sleep. Gotta love sleep apnea and having a very freakishly busy day before jumping on and doing this. Yeah.
Yeah, working yourself hard there, mate. But that's totally fine. We got you, and you can catch us on Thursday. Can't wait.
Yeah, you'll have the big boy Shane and yourself there, Corey, for Thursday night. And like I said, I'll be happily bringing the stream up at work for when things quieten down and get 5 minutes to myself and watch the stream.
Absolutely. I absolutely look forward to it.
There we go. So we'll round it off. Thank you very much for everyone tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors, SimLabs and through All Ports. It's awesome to have you guys on board with the V8s. Thank you again to Chris from Racecrafts. Thank you to iRacing for the platform that you provide to us. And we look forward to catching you all again on Thursday night. It's been Doug with Corey at the Broadcasting Lounge. Thank you. Have a good evening.